Let's talk about this. You can ignore this. He's a fan. On a similar note, I would like to know, as a military veteran, what your thoughts are on a commonly used throwback to equality discussions. So you would be for women being drafted in the military. We can talk about it. As a veteran, how do I feel when men use the draft as a counterpoint to discussions about equality? It's really stupid, but I will explain what this is and why it happens. So we often call this mentality, I suffered, so you should suffer too. Another name for it is the crab in the bucket mentality, which was coined by a Filipino author named Ninochka Rosca. Apologies if I mispronounce. The crab in the bucket mentality basically says that if there's a bucket full of crabs, any of the crabs could walk on the other crabs and get out of the bucket to survive, but the other crabs won't let that happen. They will pull that first crab back down so that they all can die together. If I had to suffer, you should have to suffer. And this can be because of jealousy or spite, or there's a ton of different reasons why somebody could think this way. But the problem with that mentality is when suffering is involved, you're pitting yourself against other people rather than against the source of the suffering. The draft is immoral. It's immoral to force people to go fight other people. It's also immoral to force people to die just because they live in your country. But that crap mentality has men saying, if men have to deal with this immoral situation, then women should have to deal with it too. When in reality, men shouldn't want women included in the draft. Men shouldn't want men included in the draft. That energy being directed at women should be directed at, we shouldn't have a draft. It's just easier to target women rather than target the system that put the draft in place. We see crab mentality everywhere. They shouldn't have debt forgiveness because I had to break my back to pay my debt, so everyone should break their back paying debt. You should be mad at the people who made credit and debt. Fast food workers shouldn't make a livable wage because I'm a specialist and I'm barely making a livable wage. You should be mad that you're being underpaid too. You shouldn't be mad at them for trying to survive. Men get forced into parenthood when they didn't consent to being a parent, so women should too. You are mad at the government for making those laws. We've had laws for child support since the 1700s. Women got the right to vote in 1920. Nobody should be getting forced into parenthood. The only reason why we think that's okay to do is because the law existed before we were born. And we frequently confuse laws for morality. So yeah, when you hear guys bring up the draft in conversations about equality, that's all that is. It gets really irritating when guys use that as their excuse for misogyny. Well, if you want equality, then men should be able to hit women. Nobody should be hitting anybody. That's literally assault. Like, why is that even where your head went? Do you want to hit women? Anyway, hope this helps. See you in the next video.